Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California. It's a special New Year's Day edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Shotgun now from Murray. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The numbers for Johnson in last week's game, 14 carries, 58 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
And this is...
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
The first carry now, this is Alvin Kamara. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 3 touchdowns on the ground, and then, Charles, he threw one in through the air for good measure.
Yeah, you know you have to account for him in all situations. I mean, we know he can run the heck out of the football. You just noted what he did. But how about him being able to get out of the backfield, catch it, and get into the end zone as well?
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. A very quick pass to Ridley. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself a big chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal. As some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal. And
that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Murray on the move to his left. And he's got room. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Murray now on first down. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
From the 38, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now Jackson on first down. Buying time to his left. Open man is Ross, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Coming at a very strong gain of 24.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
That's a 13-yard.
And Jackson throwing once more. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand.
Pass interference. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taking it about the 1. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Cardinals nothing.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. It'll be a gain of 10 to start down by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
And the Cardinals first down.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
Murray now to throw. Caught. Eifert over the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down. Murray to air it out again. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now Jackson. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 1st down San Francisco. The pickup 14 yards. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep. Touchdown, 49ers! Calvin Ridley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
25-yard line.
Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race now. This is into the weekend in the NFC, and it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that.
Johnson on, it's poked free. Football's out.
Duke Johnson, the ball carrier. Fumble on.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And Eifert has it. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
4 yards.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Here's Murray from midfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. from the gun. Murray. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Jackson on 1st down, flush to his right. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out as we were. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Calvin Ridley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray, he's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
This is 3rd.
On 3rd down, Johnson. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. On the return is Cohen. For a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver, because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Dancing to his left. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
This is caught, and across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. John Ross, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And we focus on Duke Johnson now. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now. And he loses the football a second time. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here comes Cohen. So we've come upon half. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Cardinals, nothing.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return, the Niners take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, and he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're...
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Calvin Ridley, 61 yards. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run it with Johnson, and he'll get this down only to about the 46. A gain of 3, second down.
Bosa on the stop. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and...
They go to Johnson again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Murray now. Screenplay, Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure.
Murray fighting, lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. The quick feet by Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down. From the gun, Jackson. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. But able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass and they get 12 yards out of it. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. 15 yards. And this offense is running away with this one.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we got to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Raiders set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing,
30-yard line.
not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 7 yards there and a first down.
And the Cardinals.
First shotgun now for Murray. To the left side here for Eifert. That catch good for only a couple.
To Tyler Eifert. 2 yards.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
A gain of 2 on the play.
From the gun, Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today.
This is caught inside the 15. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. From the gun, it's Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Calvin Ridley there to make the grab. And this offense continues to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco.
Set to kickoff.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Face mask. Defense.
Man, they got to let him play.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they munch off another 15 against your squad.
The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins. And it's second down.
Coverage on the play by Trayvon Diggs.
To throw again. Murray over the middle. That's caught by Adams. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Is third down.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Rolling to his left. He may try and run for this. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
29-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Cardinal first down.
It's a jet sweep. Here comes Higgins. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 13-yard line.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And this is going to be 49er football.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. Now he'll pull it down. Oh, what a juke into some Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
Jackson on the keeper.
After that play, I think we know one quarterback would be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you've got to imagine the celebration is already well underway. Smiles on that sideline. Still a little time left, but that's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Calvin Ridley there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Rolling to his right, and he's going to keep it here. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
The 25-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
Now Murray. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there. First down.
First down, Arizona.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Operating from the gun, Murray. And the Niners get there and bring him down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Murray being chased out left. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
From the gun, Murray into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, 20. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Matt Prater lining up for.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the Niners.
And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
And the Niners are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
They'll run it with Kamara. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. And that is caught. And the record is his. It's a touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Prater lining up for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Prater for the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
At the 33-yard line. A gain of 9.
Looking to throw again on second down. Murray. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods.
Complete.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Murray. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Murray to air it out again. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Operating from the gun, Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Devontae Adams. Incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Niners, they've indeed run the table here on the regular season. They finish a perfect 16-0, joining the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to ever do so. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll limp to the finish line with a final record of 5-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around.